is Stephanie Pickard. Today I'm going to show you how to, let me know if you can see me. Today I'm going to show you how to change chords and strum effectively. So this is a lot about going over strum directions and just easy changes that we can try. So I will show you a couple of examples that I picked. Please feel free to let me know other songs you'd like us to teach. Remember, we are uploading new videos every day. We do these live streams. I do these live streams every Tuesday and Thursday, and we have new videos on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/guitarcontrol, every day, like 1 to 2 new videos. So from myself and other teachers, from anything from videos like this, little strum videos or anything like that, to song videos and solo videos and speed metal videos and whatever else you guys can think of. So please keep sending in your topics for both these live streams and our videos, and let's get started. So I'm going to make sure you guys can see me. Okay, I had a little bit of internet trouble, so I'm hoping that you can see me. So let's see. I think YouTube is good. Facebook, let me know if you can see me, and we'll get started. Okay, so I picked a couple songs. You can pick any of these songs, really. The main points that I'm going to go over is just the things that I think about when I'm strumming. And if you watched these before, I always talk about how I try to do as little movement as possible. So I do that with everything. It's hard to get me and this entire guitar in. So I do that with all of these. So as little movement as possible and just kind of making common changes. So if there's a finger in common, I don't move it. So just as little movement as possible will help you strum, will help you move faster, and it will help your strumming too. The key about strumming for me too is I always consider when I go down with a strum, that's a down beat. When I go up, it's an up beat. So a really simple strum that I use a lot in lessons is this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and. It's pretty easy, it's powerful, and it sounds good. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 1, 2, 3, 4, and. So it's a half note, a quarter, and 2/8. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Down, 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 up. So you can see my hand too. Down, 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 up. So that's just a general. We'll go over some other examples that I picked though and try to learn those songs together and go on. So cool. YouTube, I can see you. Facebook, let me know if you can see me. And thank you guys so much for checking these out every week. It's been a lot of fun. All right. Cool. Okay. So the first song that I picked is Good Riddance, so Time of Your Life by Green Day. Someone had sent in a Green Day request, and I just wanted to pick a song that everybody kind of likes. You might be sick of it, but it's a really good one. So let's try that. So to start this off, I picked this because there's easy chords, and it's just kind of a fun one. And even if you don't like it, you know it. So it goes G, our chords, C add 9, and D for the very first part. So G major and C add 9 are very similar looking. So our G major, I use this 4-finger G. You can also do this 3-finger G, but I prefer this one because it's just kind of fatter sounding. It's thicker, and I think it's better for when you change to use a D chord, you have that note in common with your ring finger. So to play a G major, I take my middle finger and I place it on the 6th string, 3rd fret. Then I take my pointer and place it on the 5th string, 2nd fret. And then both my ring finger and my pinky go inside the 3rd fret on the 2nd and 1st strings. And I strum all the way down. So Facebook, I still can't see if you guys can see me. So let me know if you can see me. That way I know I'm not talking to myself. Let's see. Sometimes it takes a second. So I think we're actually good. Cool. Oh, yay. Okay, I can see myself checking on myself. So good. All right. So that's how we play this G major chord. Cool. I think you guys are. Oh, there we go. Cool. So strum all the way down for that G. The next change, so first what I would say is, I guess I can play a part of that and then I'll describe it. So we go. Another turning point of stuck to that strum. If you want to go exactly with the song, it always helps me to just listen to it and then I emulate it. But just for today's lesson, since we're just starting out, and whenever I'm encouraging singer-songwriters too, if you're covering someone's song, feel free to make it a little bit your own too. So if I was really going along with them, I guess I go down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. So I go another turning point, a forward step in the road. So it's 2 measures on G and then 1 on C add 9. And I'm doing this D sus 4. So I guess let's try to stick to our one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 it sounds a little slow. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we'll keep it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and another turn. Oh, I can't help but do the other one. Sorry, I always do the faster one. But let me get my point across, and then we'll get to that. So our chords, G major, C add 9. So the cool thing about this, I'm going to check on your Facebook. Oh, hi Michael on YouTube. Sorry, I said Facebook and then I went to YouTube. All right. Cool. So the really cool thing about G major and C add 9 are that they have a lot in common. So all that I do is take both my middle finger and my pointer and I lower them each down a string. So I move from the 6th and 5th string down to the 5th and 4th. I think I actually have to monitor, I'm going to try to turn the volume off. Sorry guys, I have to monitor Facebook on my phone today. So let's see. Awesome. Hi Nick, you're welcome. Hi Alyssa. Cool. I don't know who that is. Cool. All right. Sorry, guys. I had to log in here. I couldn't see you guys at all. Awesome. So just really quick changes. So G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, hi John, down, 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 up. So ready? Okay, cool. So G, and I love, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and C add 9 to D sus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and C add 9 to D sus 4. So let's go over that, and then I'll show you a little bit more. So again, that G, that C add 9, and then our ring finger stays in common, actually our pinky too, and we just lower, we lift up our middle finger, and we lower our pointer 1 string, and now strumming from the 4th string down, that's a D sus 4. So D sus 4 is open 4th string, because that's the D note, so you want your root open when you're playing an open chord. And then you want your pointer on the 2nd fret, 3rd string, ring finger and pinky, both inside the 3rd fret on the 2nd and 3rd strings. Oh, sorry, 2nd and 1st strings. So my 3rd finger, my ring finger, is on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, pinky on the 1st string, 3rd fret. And it's this really dreamy sound. It's a suspended chord, so it's when we take the 3rd and we change it to a 4. That's why it's called D sus 4. So G, C add 9, D sus 4. So I'm going down, 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 up, down, 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 up, C add 9 to D. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, C add 9 to D. And then we'll change a little bit, but again, I picked this song because it's really easy, and when we're talking about how to change chords easily and how to strum them effectively, I really wanted to break this down for you guys. So all this is doing is exactly what I was saying. Oh, I hope this is still working. Wirecast is having a hard time today. So just simple chords, right? All open chords are cowboy chords. So G, C add 9, D sus 4. So I like this because you'll hear this in a lot of songs like Wonderwall and some of those other ones. I forget how Wonderwall actually starts, but you know, they change in like a million Taylor Swift songs and a bunch of other songs. Keep these fingers down and they change from C add 9, G, D sus 4 to E minor 7, and you'll recognize it's really pretty sound. Maybe you've heard it in a different order, but it's really common, and again, it keeps those 2 fingers down the entire time. So ring finger and pinky. So why I like this is because it's really little movement in our changing hand, and so we can keep it really neat and clean by not lifting up and changing every time. So when you keep your hands all in one spot, we keep our hands all in one spot. When we keep our hands all in one spot, it's easier to change. And see how it's as little movement as possible. And then when I do my strum, so I go down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Again, that's a half note, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Half note, quarter, 2 eighths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 1, 2, 3, 4, and. So all that I'm doing again, and I really am a strong believer in tapping your foot too. When you tap your foot and you tap down, it's downbeat, up, it's an upbeat. So the same concept, and it really keeps you in sync and locked in with whoever you're playing with, or just even when you're accompanying yourself. So it's a really good thing to do because you want to feel a beat or something. You want something to connect you to what you're doing. All right, and because you guys are here, I'm gonna give you guys an actual special code. So thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna throw this in YouTube first. I've talked about this before, but I really am a strong believer in this, and I think it's a really good lesson. And it's all about, this DVD is called Killer Guitar Control Secrets, and it's all about playing from your heart. So I really believe in that. We've talked about that before on these. For me, it meant the most to me when I started to get to learn how to play like myself and the things that I wanted to play that were in my head. So this DVD is exactly that. It's all about playing what's in your head. So it covers 3 topics. It does techniques, which is all like the shred stuff that you've seen me teach before too. I mean, it's hard on acoustic, but like all the crazy stuff, the tremolo picking, hammer on the pull-offs, vibrato, all of that stuff. Hi, Raymond. All of that stuff is technique. And then fretboard knowledge, we've also gone over when we've done theory and scales, chords, what you know on the fretboard, and then hand-brain connection. So getting what's in your head out of your hands. So how did Eric Clapton play like Eric Clapton? Just really focusing on how to play like yourself. So you don't want to play just like Eric Clapton, but it's talking about how you play like you. So a lot of other content you've probably seen on a million different websites and a million different magazines and everything. It's all about how to play somebody else's licks, and this is all about how to play like you. So I still can't see you guys on Facebook, but I will throw that link in as soon as I can see you. But this is a special discount code for hanging out with me today. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And also remember, go to our YouTube channel, and there's tons of free videos. So for myself and other teachers on youtube.com/guitar control. So be sure to check that out. I cannot find you Facebook, so I'm going to refresh you. But I will send it to you as soon as I can. But this is a super cool DVD, so make sure you check it out. Okay, let's see. Nikki notes. And as always, I'll do about a 30-minute lesson and then a Q&A, and I will be back Thursday with another topic you guys selected. So thank you so much. Thank you, Michael. All right, Nikki notes, do you think singing or even humming along helps your strumming or timing? I think that really depends on the person. Oh, hi, Raymond on Facebook. So I think that it really depends on the person. For me, I really like singing because I really started everything with singing. I thought I was just going to learn a couple of chords to accompany myself, and I ended up quitting like everything. Now all I do is play guitar. But if you think singing is hard, probably not. But it does help me. I think counting helps the most because it really makes sure that you stay in time. Oh, here you are, Facebook. I'm going to give this to you. So thank you. Thank you, John. So today's a little different. This is a little calmer lesson than normal. Normal, we're doing a little bit crazier things. But this is cool. Oh, thank you, Bob. I really appreciate that. All right, I'm going to put this here. So, I don't think singing helps everybody. It helps me because I like to sing. But I can only imagine if you weren't comfortable singing, it probably does not help. But I think counting definitely helps. And really understanding what you're playing. So we've talked about this too before when we've done like faster things. But knowing what you're playing is really the key. And it sounds so silly, but sometimes we just want to play as fast as we can, or we want to do something and we don't totally know what we're supposed to be doing. So like how we just dissected that strum, that's how you really figure that out. All right, so the next part. So I'm sure I went over that strum, so let me make sure I go over it a little bit more and then I will show you the next part. So we did kind of go over it, but just really locking in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. And I would slow it down until you're comfortable. I tend to leave out counting the ands when I'm not playing them, only when I do it out loud. But in your head, you should be counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or your foot is going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or something locks in rhythmically. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I'm going 1 and 2, oh sorry, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And when I teach my students in person, or online, what I would do is write on a piece of paper how to strum that. So actually I have a piece of paper, so I'll just show you what I do. So if you're ever, especially for something more complex than this, I would write it out. So it's a down, 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 up, right? And it's 1, 2, 3. So hopefully you can see this okay, but this is what I would do. I would write it on a piece of paper. So I circled the beats that I actually strum on, what I play on. And then I also, if they're really starting out or newer, I draw like a little line if you hold it out over that. And then I would also write the rhythm out with notes. So it's like that. It's a half note, so it drags out, and then I strum again down on beat 3, but I drag out over the and just to complete the quarter note, and then down up on the last 2 eighth notes. So that's what I do. Teaching kids to shred to a metronome is easy. No, I don't know about that. But a metronome can be a big help. I don't think it's easy to teach anyone to want to use a metronome or shred with one. But that's essentially what I'm talking about, is being your own metronome. But yes, you should definitely 100% practice with a real metronome. And if that doesn't work for you, you should do like a drum machine or some kind of drum beat or something to play along with. But that's what I'm kind of doing, is I'm counting it out. So if you were listening with a metronome, it would be ticking for you, and you would be dissecting the beat like that. So you'd be going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you would divide it that way. So you go 1 and 2 and, or if this is your metronome, you go 1, 2, or I don't know how many things I can do at the same time because I'm counting the same thing. But you would go, Giselle, thank you. Okay, so you go 1 and, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then I would change. So even practicing just changing your chords can be a lot too. So making sure that you get there on beat 1 is the most important. The guitar actually sounds pretty good open, so if you accidentally need to just strum that last strum open, it's okay, but you want to change as fast as possible, but it's better to have that last strum open, I would say, than to miss that downbeat on 1. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and change. 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and. Oh, I missed my 3. But if that's really hard for you, I would just do like the first downbeat. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4 again, like whole nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can really lock in with when you're supposed to change. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then try and strum. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 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 another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. And then, so make the best. You'd think they would use the C minor 7. It's just right there, but they don't. So just do a normal E minor. E minor is the easiest chord ever, but it's also one of the coolest chords ever. It's a fun chord to shred over. So for E minor, I play my E minor with my middle and my ring finger. Some people might want to use their pointer and middle if they're just starting out. But I think in the long run, it's better to use your middle and your ring finger because it's easier to change to other things. Like from E minor, I can easily just drop it into A minor. I don't know, I just think it's easier. I guess it's easier if you use the other fingers to do a G, but I just always prefer it this way. So play it however you want. Just make sure that you are holding down the 2nd fret, 5th, and 4th strings. So, and when I do that, I'm really arched because I'm going to strum everything. So I have this open E, and I go all the way from the open 6th string E to the open 1st string E. that is our very next part. I'm going to actually check it on YouTube. It's been a minute. Okay, let's see. And remember, feel free to ask me questions in about 10 minutes. And do make sure you go check out our YouTube channel. So youtube.com/guitar control and hit subscribe. And if you actually, and if you do hit that little bell, you'll get notifications when we have a new video up. Playing to a metronome has always been stressful for me. So Brian's saying, when I'm in the studio, I get the hang of it and try to practice at home, but it's a little overwhelming. So Brian, what I would do is I would definitely use like a drum beat. I remember being in the studio when I was first recording and stuff and feeling like it's intimidating because it's just one beat forever too, and so it's easy to get distracted. But drums, I feel like you feel them more and you connect with them easier, and it's more musical. So try practicing with a drum beat. I think that would help a lot. Okay, cool. All right, so the next part. Let's see. And I have a different song too if you guys want to do that for the last 10 minutes. But let's see. We might as well get this part. Maybe that can be another lesson. So this is still the verse. So the first two measures to the verse are the same as the intro. So the intro is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and no singing, right? Then again. And then another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. Now our new part. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. So E minor, now it's just one measure, one measure, one measure, one measure. So E minor, D, C add 9, G. It's almost backwards, right? Before we went G, C add 9, D, sus, 4, sorry. We went just kind of down from lowest to higher, and now we're going E minor, so we've thrown in that, so no more two measures on any of the chords. D, you can just do a normal D. C add 9. I mean, either one's fine. Make it away with you. So make the best. Oh, let's see again. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. So just E minor, D, sus, 4, C add 9 to G. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and. And again, what I would do is slow it down and just make sure that you're thinking ahead, and whatever chords are in common, you're thinking about that. Or sorry, whatever chords have notes in common, you are thinking about that. Because that's what makes changing chords effective and easy, and that makes for the best change. If you are learning something that has nothing in common, the best practice strategy would be like here, our E minor has nothing to do with this D sus 4, right? So if you can see me a little better. Can't see my guitar though. There we go. So here, there's nothing in common, right? So what I try to do is I always say it's in the air, and I move like that. So I'm moving in the air. We're just to the next chord. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Raymond. So I'm moving like this, and I'm moving while thinking about it. So I'm kind of making the shape already in the air. So a really good way to practice this is to just repetition. Go back and forth. And maybe even take it out of the song and just go 1, 2, 3, 4, switch, 2, 3, 4, and try and really lock in. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because this has nothing in common, right? So it's all about just getting comfortable. And the more chords you learn, and the more you practice, and the more songs you learn, the easier this gets. And it won't feel hard anymore, even when you have shapes that you've never had before. So it will not be as challenging. But try to find things in common, little changes, like even, C major to A minor is really easy because it's just one note. But say C to G, there's nothing really in common, right? Unlike C add 9. So if you did a normal C major, which is when you place your ring finger on the 5th string, 3rd fret, middle finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret, open 3rd string, put your pointer on the 2nd string, 1st fret, and open 1st string. And you strum all the way from the 5th string down. But then to our G that we already learned, there's not much in common, right? There's actually nothing in common. So what I do is I think ahead and I kind of shift my hands over, and if there's anything slightly in common, like, okay, I think what's going where? So my pinky's going to drop, it's not even on the guitar, and then my 3rd finger is going to drop from the 5th string all the way to the 2nd, while my middle finger goes all the way to the 6th string 3rd fret, and my pointer crosses over too. So see how you just try to make the movements as normal as possible. And try and really do it all in one movement. I think the biggest disadvantage is when people move half the chord and they get used to that. So don't ignore these little things in the beginning because you're just going to have to go back and relearn them. It's much better to just learn them as is, I would say, because otherwise it's just a waste of time and it's not practicing efficiently at all. All right, let me check on you guys really quick. Oh, that is true. Green Day, Boulevard of Broken Dreams is another easy song. That is a really good song. I should have done that with my electric because you can turn your volume off and use your toggle switch, and you can cut off the volume for that really cool effect. Maybe that's a good lesson, another one. But that is a really good song. You guys should share with each other what other songs are really good to learn. I can't understand this. One of these questions is in a different language. I'm so sorry. Oh, I took so much Spanish too. That's so bad. I think you said something about my voice and acoustic guitar versus electric, maybe. I prefer electric, even though I do love both. I really do love both, but I definitely prefer electric. It's more fun for me. But I write a lot on acoustic. Okay, so both are cool. Alright, I'm going to throw this link in for you guys one more time too. So remember, check out our Killer Guitar Control Secrets and also check out our YouTube channel. So thank you guys for watching these. And I'm back again Thursday at the same time at 7. So that's for YouTube. I'm going to throw another one in for Facebook. And in about, let's see. And in about 3 minutes, I'm going to answer questions. So, back to Facebook. Sorry, Facebook. You always have a lag. So, if I don't answer something, just ask it again. If it's polite. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Okay, so let's wrap this song up. But just so the point of this isn't necessarily the song, it's all about how to move these chords. So you can apply this to any song that you're learning. So don't feel like you have to, learn this song. It's just about changing chords and how to do it really effectively and easily. So thinking ahead, looking at what you're doing, and a lot of times if you just spend a couple seconds even thinking about what you're going to do and practice it a few times slow, you save yourself hours and hours and hours of practice. So I'd really recommend that. I kind of call that practicing smart because you're thinking ahead, right? You're thinking about littlest movements possible and you're learning these patterns and shapes instead of just rushing through it. Because guitar, you probably have noticed when you think that you know something in your head and you keep playing it wrong and it's driving you crazy, a lot of guitar is muscle memory, so you want to learn things right the first time because it's really not fun when you have to relearn them. I didn't listen to my teachers all the time and I had to do that, so don't do that. Okay, so the next part is consider the bridge, even though it's so early in the song. So we had the, so make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. Now just E minor to G, and then again E minor to G. So twice, just one measure each. So I go, something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. Then E minor, D major, G, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's try that bridge again. So it's E minor to G. So 1, 2, if we're just practicing the strums, just the timing. 1, 2, 3, 4, change the timing for changing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So with vocals, something unpredictable, something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. And then there's the interlude and solo and stuff, or I think the violin part. Then we just repeat the verse, another bridge. So that's pretty much the whole song. So I'll go over that first part again, and then remember, we'll do a Q&A, and I will be back on Thursday. So I'll play you the verse through the bridge because that's pretty much the entire song. Another turning point, I'm forks stuck in the cool thing, and they have that little like they have the little picking part, but we'll do that another time. So this song is awesome. It's really simple. Why I picked this is because there's only 4 chords, and all of the parts use them. So it's just changing the order. So that's not the hard part. It's more focusing on how to change easily and how to strum. So let me see how we're doing on time. Awesome. We're good. So now we'll do a Q&A. So feel free to ask me any questions, as always. And I will answer them if I can see you on Facebook. Oops, I need to turn the volume off, sorry. I can't see you guys on, sorry, on the computer. Let's see, how can I see the last lesson you taught? So thank you, Richard. If you want to see any of the lessons I've taught, go to our YouTube channel. So youtube.com/guitar control. Every time I do one of these live streams, it's always on our YouTube channel. So make sure you check that out. It should also be on the Facebook page, but it's easier to find on the YouTube channel. I think there's even a whole folder that just has my lessons. So I've done other lessons too that are not just, oh, thank you guys, not just these. How can I do lesson taught last? Thank you. Yeah, that's really smart. So Sean Armstrong said, another thing I do to learn a new song is import the MP3 or WAV file into a band in a box and mute all the guitar and just leave out just leave the bass and drums. So playing along with a band, it's so helpful, especially too if you're not in college yet and you're in high school or something. Getting your friends to play with you is the best thing ever. So before they want to charge you and they want money, you should play with them. Oh, that's cool. Another song that works with these songs is Every Rose Has Its Thorn. So now you know a few songs. There's a lot of songs that work with those chords too. Yeah, those are really good ideas. So David Williams said on karaoke version site, you can buy the cheap song MP3 and customize them to remove bass or guitar to practice against. So it's definitely, you can even, so frequently you can even type into YouTube, like, I forget what it was. I was teaching someone Crazy Train, and we just logged in, and it was Crazy Train, just drums and bass. And that's so, so, so helpful. There's a free MP3 splitter. As long as it's legal, I'll encourage it. Oh, thank you, Michael. That's really nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. So a lot of people are saying just take the lead out and play along. It's so helpful. And we've talked about this before too, but I also really think for lead guitar too, it's really helpful to have jam tracks. I always thought that was really cool. I would definitely check out jam tracks. We have some too on guitarcontrol.com, so check that out too. All right. I'm going to check with you, YouTube. So, let's see how we're doing on time. Okay, so thank you guys so much. Oh, someone here said nice amps. Thank you. The amp that, oh, of course, Nancy. Thank you. Yep, that's my amp. You guys ask a lot about my gear too, so that's really cool. The amp is a Mesa Boogie Road King cab, and then and then I use Fractal Axe FX, and then I also have a Matrix GT1000 FX. So that's my power amp to my preamp. All right, so I'll check on you one more time, Facebook. Yeah, of course, Brian. Any tips on triplet picking? I did a whole video too. So on YouTube, I did a whole video on our Guitar Control page all about speed picking and tips for picking, and I used a triplet example, so make sure you check that out. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/guitarcontrol. Subscribe to our channel. There's free videos every day from myself and other teachers, so make sure you check those out. And I'm going to give you this discount code one more time for hanging out with me. I'll be back Thursday at 7, so make sure you check that out for another topic you guys picked. But yes, please check out this DVD. This is our Killer Guitar Control Secrets, all about playing from your heart. So thank you so much. I'm going to send that to Facebook now too. But yes, it's going to go over 3 different things, technique. Oh, sorry, it's distracting when I see your guys' comments too. The orange cabinets are my fiance's, but they are cool. Oh, that is so cool. Thank you, John. I really appreciate that. Yes, sorry, I got distracted. But thank you guys. I really appreciate that. Someone is asking what Thursday's lesson is. It's a Johnny Cash song that somebody requested. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Also, I'm going to put this in Facebook. Check out our Killer Guitar Control Secrets. It goes over technique. So, three things: technique, fretboard knowledge, and playing from your heart. So, the whole thing is playing from your heart, but connecting what's in your head out of your hands. So, it's all about how to play like you. You know, a lot of people learn how to play like other people. Um, a lot of people just kind of learn how to play like other people, but you want to learn how to play like yourself. That's what this is all about. So make sure that you check that out. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back Thursday at 7. All right, see you guys.